So I said that once I decided I was going to quit reviewing every single episode of the Harley Quinn show, that I intended no longer to do episodic reviews of that show on a weekly basis. I decided I just wanted to cover that show all at once, and I did that, and I really, um, that's kind of what this video is for, and so I'm excited to talk about the show just in one video. I'll probably talk about season 3 once it comes out. Who knows when that is? There's not been any word on that, but so if you don't know what Harley Quinn show is, there's an animated series about Harley Quinn, 2 seasons long, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty solid show. It's everything you would want from a Harley Quinn like source material. Um, a lot of people commented on this fact, but when when the movie Birds of Prey was coming out, this show came out at the same time. Now, Birds of Prey has the same plot as the show does for the first season, anyways, which is that Harley leaving her abusive relationship with the Joker, and then her kind of forming a league of villains and dealing with that. Now, they handle it very differently, and one thing I've always hated about like the abusive relationship with the Joker and Harley, it's a lot of people in pop who don't understand it are like, we're like Harley Quinn and the Joker, and that's not, you shouldn't be like that. They're an abusive relationship. And I think it's because every movie that you've seen with them in, they don't really portray that too much. In fact, they kind of gloss over their relationship, which you should not do whatsoever. And this show goes into detail of it. They show it. It also very much puts the connection to Poison Ivy in these two characters hooking up, which they've hooked up many times in the comics, and they're characters who, not only in the comics that they get together or have a lot of chemistry, but in the show they have a lot of chemistry. So that really works. So all the character stuff here is fantastic. Even characters you wouldn't think would work in the show, like Batman, who, because the show is primarily a comedy, so you wouldn't think like Batman would be as well done as he is in the show. This show does a really great job for all the characters. It's funny, it's violent, it's great. It's everything you would want out of a Harley Quinn show. It's really solid. If you like Harley Quinn at all, you will love this show. It's just straight up a great show. I can't recommend this show enough. I know a lot of people probably already told you this show is great, because it is great, but I think I think probably one of my favorite episodes is definitely the episode where they go in Harley Quinn's mind. That's a really smart, clever episode. Does a lot for that character. It kind of shows, hey, this person was already a psychopath before she became a psychopath, kind of. So that's a really great thing. And I think that's the thing people forget, too. Yeah, Harley's such a fun character. You could do so much with her character. And I think this show does an incredible job with all the character stuff. I absolutely love this show. Yeah, I think if you want a really good Harley Quinn TV show, here it is. This is a great adaptation. We will probably never get a great adaptation of Harley Quinn in the movies that is as good as this show. Just flat out. I don't think it's ever going to happen. This show is great. Everyone should go check it out. Both seasons are on HBO Max and DC Universe if you have either streaming service. I recommend, if you don't have either streaming service, I recommend getting HBO Max. HBO Max has all the same content, and it has more content, more varieties of content, and yeah, it's a bit more, but you're getting a lot more for that price point. You get a lot of classic movies, Looney Tunes stuff, and like Cartoon Network stuff. You get all kinds of, you get Studio Ghibli movies, so much great content, and you get all their original content, which they don't have a ton of right now, but they've got some decent stuff on there. And if you're a DC fan, you're obviously going to want to check out the Snyder Cut, which is up on HBO Max. So yeah, I think this show is good. Check it out. Great show.